Alrighty, guys, you're back watching Stat Chat Sports. All four boys here on the chat. We are previewing every match of the finals in depth. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the videos we're putting out. But BT, turning our attention over to you. This is Melbourne, Sydney, Friday night. Should be an absolute ripper.
Second v third, Friday night. You can't go past it. Best night for football. I don't know with this game because we got an kind of experienced Melbourne team who know how to play finals, and you got this very young, good up and coming team in Sydney. Sydney got the job done in round 12. 5 of their last 6 meetings have been less than 40 points, so it's never a blowout between these teams. Sydney on a 7-win streak. It's going to be a good game, and especially because round 12 matchup was at the G as well, where Sydney got it done, so they're not scared of playing Melbourne there. The only thing with that game in round 12, Stephen May wasn't playing. And I still think he's one of the most important players in the whole competition. So it should be a cracker game.
A deserving fullback in the All-Australian team, in your opinion, BT, and he was in our All-Australian team as well, just throwing that out there. Both of these teams have really come into form probably in the last third of the season. You know, Sydney's had a really nice draw to finish the season and get a couple of nice scalps as well. Melbourne with a couple of big wins in the last couple of weeks to silence the doubters. Steve, interested to get your thoughts on this game and Melbourne in particular. You were big on Melbourne at the start of the year. You had them going undefeated. Where do you sit on the D's now?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I mean, ask me after, what was it, round 10 or round 11, I think, was when they lost their first game. Anyone would have picked Melbourne for the flag 2 in a row. I don't think that was within a question, but they've definitely showed that they've got some weaknesses that teams know how to exploit. So, it's gonna be difficult. The way they came across, the way that Sydney played them last year, I know, not last year, sorry, last time. I know Stephen May wasn't there, but I feel like besides maybe a Geelong, Sydney could be probably one of the only other teams that could beat Melbourne, I feel, out of the
Not
teams.
Collingwood.
Nah.
They've already done it.
I know they've done it, but look, you're trying to make him. I know what you're trying to do here. Try and make me go off back on my word of Collingwood, because and look, Collingwood have got. We're not talking about Collingwood at the moment, but they've got the clutch factor, and that's why they got it done. Anyway, we'll move on from that. That. I still feel like it's probably only Sydney and Geelong that can really compete with Melbourne to the point where they can maybe beat them, for me.
So to touch on that, between these two teams, the away team has won 8 of the last 11 matchups. So there you go. That goes in favour of Sydney there, you would think.
That's a great stat.
That's a good stat.
Done my research this week, mate. I put in time. I haven't done research for the last 3 months, but I thought I'd better do it for finals.
All right, well, bloody hell, BT, we're going back to you then. Give us some key stats. Tell us where this match is going to be won. I want to know the ins and outs, the X's and O's. What's the difference here?
Melbourne averaged 7 more contested and 10 more uncontested. And we know that finals football is a contested game. Always has been, always will be. Pressure is up, and it's who gets their ball out first, grabs the ball. It's just how it works. But on top of that, Melbourne have 4 out of the top 25 players in the comp in contested possessions. You got Oliver, number 1, Petrarca, number 9, Viney, 17, and Max Gawn at 25.
Huge.
In the whole comp. It's going to be very hard for Sydney to win that ball first. And if you win the ball first in finals, it's hard to go end to end. It's just not how finals are played. So I'll go straight to it. I'll give you my tip right now. All right. This was going to be my bold prediction, but I'll change it up a little bit. Sydney will score less than 50 points. Their lowest score for the season is 59. They'll score less than 50, and Buddy won't kick a goal. Melbourne will win by 40 plus.
Jeez. I was not expecting that. Tazza, tell us about Sydney's midfield, though, because Sydney has got a very deep, young, exciting midfield that you would have thought they're going to be able to challenge Melbourne in this area.
Yeah, but I think that's the problem. It's young. It's probably lacks the experience that the Melbourne midfield does, and Melbourne's blueprint of contested ball is exactly finals football, like BT said, and I think that's what they're just going to clean up in the middle. I tend to agree with BT. I think Melbourne are probably going to, I wouldn't say super convincingly, but it's going to be a kind of start to finish. Melbourne will control the game, and they're going to control the tempo through that midfield.
Yeah, see, I'm going to differ from you blokes here. I mean, we're tipping now, right? We're tipping. So for me, it's Sydney. And I think that Melbourne's forward line, I've just got too many question marks about still. Sideshow Bob has been inconsistent at best. Loving Cozzy Piggott. He was stiff to not make the All-Australian 40. And Tom McDonald still hasn't got back into the team. Remains to be seen whether he'll get back for the year. I have questions about Melbourne's forward line and their ability to score goals. Sydney defence
has been all right.
Fritsch has been all right. Fritsch has been all right. I'll pay that. But Sydney defends really well. I think they're going to have it covered in the back line. I really like what Sydney's doing down there. Don't be wrong. I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be an absolute cracker. But I like Sydney's form line. I like how they've been building. I understand what you're saying about the contested ball, but I think Sydney's going to get it done based on their work around the ground, their team defence. For me, it's the Swans. Steve, I think you're the only one here who hasn't tipped yet. Where are you going?
I've got to back Melbourne. I have to. I know what I said before about Sydney being the only other team that could potentially beat them, but that's not saying I think they're going to. I think Melbourne will get it done.
You're a turncoat, Steve. You're a turncoat. You've bloody gone against the D's. You were so hot on them. What's happened?
Did you not just hear what I said? I said I'm back in the D's.
Oh, yeah. It's the lag. It's the internet. I'm all over the shop. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Look, no major injury issues for this game as well, so it should be all good to go. Let us know in the comments who you think's winning this game. If you're a Melbourne fan, get up and about. If you're a Sydney fan and you're lone wolfing it like me, let us know why the Swans are going to win. It should be an absolute cracker of a game Friday night. We can't wait. Make sure you tune in for that. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there, boys.
You had a mare there, mate.
I've had an absolute mare.